to stay here. I'm gonna take a trip on that good old gospel ship, and we'll go sailing through the air. I'm gonna take a trip on that good old gospel ship, and we'll go sailing through the air. And when my ship comes in, I'm gonna leave this old world of sin, and we'll go sailing through the air. And we'll go sailing through the air. And we'll go sailing through the air.
You guys know this month being Black History, we're talking about slavery and the our ancestors coming over on the boats and what have you. But this song that we just got through singing, gospel ship, ship representing travel.
Right.
You know,
Right.
if a slave owner, not slave owner, but if the slaves heard that, you
Yes.
know, they knew somebody was in the area and they needed to get to a certain spot because that meant tonight was the night we were going to travel.
Absolutely.
You know, whether it's traveling on a ship or you're traveling in shoes, anything had to do with travel, they knew that was part of it. Excellent how they had the codes.
Absolutely.
You know, and they had to have that. Not that the masters were so dumb, but they did it in such a way because they were always singing.
Absolutely.
Whether they're singing when they were working, you know, feeding their kids or whatever it may be, feeding their kids,
Right.
the master's kids, but they were singing. So we use that singing, which was part of our spirit anyway
Right.
when we came over, use that singing as a hidden code.
Right.
As
Exactly.
a hidden code. And we knew that was going to be travel day. That was
Absolutely.
going to be travel day.
Absolutely. Just like the song Steal Away that we just got through singing. And it's talking about stealing away at night.
Yes.
Okay, the song, of course, says steal away to Jesus. It won't be long. I think it won't take long till I get there. I ain't got long to stay here.
Right.
But it's still indicated that they're going to steal away.
Right. Right.
Amen. So that's another song that our people always had a way of communicating, whether by drums, whether by talking or music. There was always a message in their songs, in our songs.
Right.
And that's why it's so important. We do our songs. It's important to have a message.
Right.
Amen.
And today we still have message in our spirituals or messages in our gospel
Right.
and
Yes.
contemporary songs.
Yes.
There's still messages that
Yes.
touch our heart
Yes.
and inspire us.
Absolutely.
I love the way we even because they didn't want us to speak our language.
Right.
We created another language. We created another language.
That's how we do it.
You know, just outstanding. You know, you won't. Okay, we won't use our language. That's enough. We'll create another one. Just outstanding people, and just so proud that we come from that kind of stuff.
That's right.
You know,
That's
us of many
exactly
you.
right. Yes.
You know, that we come from that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And it's just outstanding. Also, you were talking about where that song came from.
Oh yes, it was really by, I think it's Willis.
It's
I forgot his last name.
William Willis.
William Willis, and he was a Choctaw Indian, and I believe Mr. Reed, is that his name?
Alexander.
Alexander Reed. He heard it, and then he transcribed whatever Willis was saying into a language where he can send it to the Fifth Jubilee singers, who were a well-known singing chorale. We do a lot of their songs here at St. Andrews, but he translated them, and that's from them. Then the song spread over, and that was in the mid 1800s,
Yes.
1852. Okay.
You talk about Choctaw Indian, my grandfather, when I was a little girl, used to say, little girl, your great grandma was Choctaw Indian.
Amen.
I remember that he wanted to make sure that I knew that my great and his mother was Choctaw.
Yes.
And the history is,
Yes.
the history is, you see, now if you look at online, you see the black Indians.
Yes.
Right.
You know, the original people. You know, yes, they had the European Indians were here also, but the Indians who were here, they called indigenous
Right.
people.
Right.
Yeah. That was, you know, your great great, you
Right.
know, and our
Our
great greats, you know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that were already here. You
Absolutely.
know, it's just making it happen.
Yes,
It's
yes.
outstanding.
It is. It
Outstanding.
is. And it's really interesting too. It connects you. And all the pictures that you're going to see as you go through this video, you'll see all the pictures going back to the 1800s, going back to Brother Allen and his wife, all the pictures up to the very current bishop.
Right.
So it's all history. We're full of history. We are history.
Right.
Amen. So another song we're going to sing is Wade in the Water. And of course that's about baptism, but it also is a way to cross over.
That's right.
It's always a message, always a way to cross over. Amen.
Because God's gonna trouble.
That's right, because He's going to trouble the
He's gonna
water.
make sure you get across.
Amen.
You know, so it's
Amen.
outstanding.
They are. And I'm excited about not only celebrating history for this month of February, but every day. Remember how precious we are, how important we are, how like you said, the masses couldn't understand. Oh, they're just singing this.
Right.
They sing all the time.
Right.
I don't know how they can still sing when we whip them all the time.
Right.
Those
But,
depressed
yeah,
songs, those depressed
but we had there was a method to it.
Okay. Is that like a message?
That's right.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
Outstanding.
So our last song will be Wading in the Water.
Yes.
Amen.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the waters. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
Now you may talk about the man of Israel. Now you may talk about the man named Saul. But there ain't nobody like old Joshua and the walls of Jericho. Now you may talk about the man Israel. And you may talk about the man named Saul. But there ain't nobody like old Joshua and the walls of Jericho. Joshua, Joshua, hey, Joshua,
And the walls of Jericho. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Ooh, God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. I'm gonna take a trip on that good old gospel ship, and we'll go sailing through the air. I'm gonna take a trip on that good old gospel ship, and we'll go sailing through the air.
Well, we've taken you on a trip, and we certainly hope that you've learned something and that you've enjoyed praise and worship today. So take a trip with us. You be blessed, and we'll see you next week.
The